What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Miniature Mayhem. My name's Chris. In today's tutorial I'm going to be painting Radukar the Wolf from the Cursed City box set. With only 4 models left to paint from this box, I'm really glad that we're ticking off another one. I've covered loads of simple techniques in today's tutorial. If you find the video useful, I'd massively appreciate a thumbs up down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already and click on the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Let's get straight into the video. First thing I'm going to do is give the model an all over base coat of black primer. I've already painted the base in this case because I've covered this in quite a lot of other videos, so I'll just leave a link up above to how I painted the marble and obviously how I painted just the rim and the quick dry brush on the basing. Working from the inside out, I've given the skin on this model a base coat of Radukar flesh. This may take a couple of thin layers as you don't want to lose any detail, and we are covering straight over black. To tie Radukar in with the Kosogai Night Guard, I've given his trousers a base coat of Baraknar burgundy. For all of the different leather sections, I've given them a base coat of Stegodon green. For the cloak, I've given it an all over base coat of Mephiston red. As a vampire lord, it wouldn't be right not to have this colour in here somewhere. Use a couple of thin layers just to make sure you've got a really nice clean coat, as we're going to glaze this later. For Radukar's leather belt, I've given it an all over base coat of Mournfang brown. For this enormous imposing wolf cloak, I've given it an all over base coat of Mechanicus standard grey. I picked out Radukar's facial hair with Thondia brown. All of the different metallic areas were given a base coat of Leadbelcher silver and Brassy Brass by Vallejo. To darken Radukar down a little bit and provide a small amount of shading, I've used Agrax Earthshade mixed with quite a lot of Lahmian Medium to just give a little shade to everything. To highlight the skin, we're going back over it with Radukar flesh. This time avoid the recessed areas and just pick out some of the raised parts like the knuckles, across the chest and the areas of the face, poking out from the wolf fur. I highlighted Radukar's beard using Baneblade brown. Using Mechanicus standard grey mixed with Dawnstone, I'm just picking out each of the individual parts of the cloak just to start creating some definition and create some nice shadows. To highlight the fur, I've just used pure Dawnstone grey. Take your time with this and work your way around the model. I'm just picking out each of the individual pieces, drawing some fine lines on it, and when it all comes together at the end it starts to look really nice. Using a glaze of Mephiston red mixed with Lahmian Medium, I've just started to highlight the cloak and push back some of the shadows that I created with the wash. Now I've got this mix on my palette, I'm also going to use it to add some blood into the scars on his chest and also onto the wounds on the wolf's head that you can see on the cloak he's wearing. Using a really fine tip brush, I'm just going to drag down some blood dripping from the wounds just to make them look nice and fresh. To highlight all of the blue areas, I'm using a fine edge highlight of the fang. Using the original base coat of Barracknard Burgundy, I'm just tidying up the trousers. Add a small amount of witch flesh into the base coat and apply this as a highlight along the raised areas. Adding some witch flesh to Mournfang Brown, and just applying some small highlights and little scratches and scuffs along the belt, just to make it look well worn. To highlight all the silver areas, I've used Ironbreaker Silver. For the gold, I've used Vallejo's Glorious Gold as the highlight colour. As a final highlight for the gold, I've just applied an edge highlight of Ironbreaker Silver. I picked out all of the wolf's teeth and Radukar's fangs using Screaming Skull. Using a fine brush, I've just painted a small amount of pink horror into each of the wounds, just to make them look a little bit deeper and a little bit fresher. Using the black primer, I've just painted the wolf's noses. To add some rust, grime and age to the blade, I've just painted some Troll Slayer orange into all of the damaged edges. With that final layer now complete, Radukar the Wolf is finished. If you did find this tutorial useful, I'd massively appreciate a thumbs up down below, share us with a friend who you think might find this tutorial useful, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. To pick up any of the supplies used in today's video, head to the link down below in the description for Element Games for a 20% discount. This also helps to support the channel at no extra cost to you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.